everyone, welcome to What's in the Hat. And today I have, of course, the fabulous Alice and a special guest today, Miles. All right, so I'm just going to give a brief introduction on who Miles is. So Miles is an author who writes books about love, loneliness, and overcoming challenges to discover inner power and beauty in everyday life. His books share honest, vulnerable stories that spark a light in readers and help them feel connected to the magic of their personal journeys. When he isn't writing, he likes to spend time in nature, listen to music, skateboard, and laugh at silly jokes with friends. Well, welcome, Miles!
Thank you.
All right, so, how is everybody doing today?
Good. I'm a bit hyper, excited.
That's good.
Been waiting months for this.
I'm doing well. I'm excited to have some fun.
Okay, and just want to thank CITR for letting us use their studio today. We're here at UBC on the traditional unceded lands of the Musqueam people, and we were going to get started with what we like to call the Fellow Vibe questionnaire. So, I'll start with you. They're quick fire answers, so you don't have to give a long explanation. So there's 5 questions. I'll start with you, Alice, and then we'll do Miles.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, Alice, what would you say is your biggest passion?
Biggest passion? Dancing.
Okay, great.
Hip-hop specifically.
And what is your relationship with disability?
Relationship with disability? Well, that's a tricky question.
Just whatever first comes to mind, I guess.
Miles asked once about this. I was like, I'm just a special being. I'm unique. I have a rare learning disability. Mm-hmm. So it's a cool mix between the disabled side of life and then the normal. So I have the best of both worlds. That's how it describes
I like it. Hannah Montana style.
Yeah.
And what's one thing on your bucket list?
Oh my God, I have too many things. One thing. That's a tough question. I wrote in a list of things.
The first thing that comes to mind.
And yeah, that's. I'm sorry, but this one I'm like.
That's okay.
I'm stuck.
Aren't you going to Disneyland?
Well, I'm going to Disney for my mom's 60th for Christmas. I've never been for Christmas.
Okay,
so I'll give that an answer. It's been on the list, so we're ticking that one off. Thank you.
And what's a surprising trait about yourself?
Surprising trait? Well, I always surprise people, that's for sure. Surprising trait. Well, people get shocked when they hear my singing voice, because I have a good soprano voice, which I've not shared much. It's kind of a hidden one. That would be the main surprising one. Been singing since I was a little girl.
Yeah.
And they're shocked that I can sing like Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. That's my favorite song.
And what animal would be your sidekick?
Owl. I take care of them up grouse. So owl, I have already a few owl friends.
Okay.
I raised one since he was a baby.
Amazing.
So Odin is my friend. Yeah.
And Miles, what would you say is your biggest passion?
Communication.
Great. And what is your relationship with disability?
What is my relationship with disability? Probably listening and learning and understanding.
Alice likes that answer.
He was learning with me.
And what's one thing on your bucket list?
One thing on my bucket list? Good question. Go to Rome.
Ooh, that's a good one. What is a surprising or unique trait about yourself?
A surprising trait about myself that others are surprised by?
Yes.
I don't know. I know myself far too well. That's a weird question, isn't it? What's something surprising about me?
Well, like we said, like we think that you're hyper and then you're chill.
Okay, so I'm like, some
Chill.
people will think I'm very chill, and then other people will see the other side of me. So
That
That's a
would
good
be
one.
it.
Yeah.
That's the surprising one right there.
And what animal would be your sidekick?
dragons.
Alice may have hinted at that.
That's another story.
That's another story. Okay. Maybe we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're gonna next play the Kiriko Connections game.
Cool.
That, we have 3 types of cards: memory, sound, and image. And you get to choose which category you want to pick from, and then you're going to share the first memory that comes to mind. And then if that memory was one of connection or disconnection.
Oh yeah, I remember this game.
Yeah.
I love this game.
All right, so I think
Ready,
since Miles is our special guest, we'll have him go
Miles
first.
You'll love this game. It's
Which
so fun.
one would you like to choose? So there's image, sound, and memory, so like words.
Let's go for words.
He's good with this one. Words.
Oh, I kind of gave him a sneak peek of this one, but that's okay.
I don't remember it.
Tell us a story about a body of water or land that shaped you.
A body of water or land
This
that
is so
shaped
Miles. Let's go.
me. Okay, should I tell a short story?
Yeah, just whatever memory first comes up for you.
A body of water or land that shaped me. Well, Stanley Park. I've been walking there like every morning for the last like almost 5 years, and it has changed me as a person.
How so?
How so? There's trees in there that are like over 500 years old. And so they're multiple times older than the city.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like, not through anything intellectual or that I could describe, but just like going somewhere and being near that, and then going into this super modern, weird world is just like something that's cleansing or, yeah.
Oh, definitely. Okay, and on to you, Alice. Which card are you choosing?
Which one's really
So sound, image, or memory?
sound, image, or memory?
The sound is kind of fun.
Sound.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't have good memory.
So I have to scan this 1 second.
Oh, it's an actual sound.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Told you this game is no.
Whoa.
What is this?
This is a weird one.
It's music.
Ooh. We can redraw.
Can we do another sound, please?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, no, that was such a good one,
I don't know what that is.
It was so weird.
I am weird, but I don't get it.
Just the first thing
For me, it was giving me Disney.
It was kind of
Oh,
soap
but you know
opera-esque
about
vibes.
Yeah.
Strange.
Okay. I don't know what to expect.
I don't
from
think
these.
Walt Disney would have put that. I don't think. Water. Stream. Waterfall.
You don't have to guess.
Oh,
It's not a guessing game.
oh a memory near water.
Yeah.
A stream or
Yeah, just like when you hear that sound was like the first thing a memory that you think of.
I'm just not good with memory. That's why it's just hard.
Do you remember is it going to the beach or going to like on a stream and going for like a hike or something?
The problem is my memories have been lost.
I've been lost.
So
Oh.
that's another story. It's hard for me to remember memories
Okay.
from the past. That's why this is hard.
Or just anything that maybe connects you to water, or like it doesn't have to be a memory necessarily, but
I guess like I love waterfalls.
yeah.
They're beautiful, and that's what it reminds me of.
Great. And
Or it
why do
can
you
be
think
swimming.
waterfalls are beautiful? Any reason in particular?
Like say you're in another world, and it's like really cool because the water is coming from the top going down,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really nice. And then you see the stream
Yeah.
after, so just the effects of it's calming and cool.
Yeah. And the mist. I love the mist that comes off of the waterfall. It's
Yeah.
like so nice. Yeah. Okay, cool. So next we have the Jenna on the spot.
Oh yeah, Jenna's one of our members. She lives in Victoria.
Yes.
So
So
she gets us the Jenna on the spot.
we will
Question.
we'll insert Jenna's question here. And so her question is,
My question for episode 8, which is what movie that you do for yourself when it comes to self-care?
what is one thing you do for yourself when it comes to self-care?
Okay. What is the morning routine of like the face cream and
Sure.
the nails, the fake nails, the cool jewelry, as Miles knows, and this like, yeah, whatever's me, you know, like I have different outfits.
Yeah, definitely.
All the time.
The way you
That's
dress
my
yourself.
thing.
Yeah,
So that would be self-care.
great answer. And Miles, what about
My
you?
turn.
I go walk in the woods every day, and I hug trees.
Amazing. I love that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so now it's time for our main section, the What's in the Hat.
Yay. Questions in the hat.
Okay. All right, Alice. You're up first.
So am I asking you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Miles, pull out your phone. What was the most recent used emoji?
The most recently used emoji. How do you figure that out?
I think when you open your emojis, it'll be the one in the top.
I like
corner.
emojis. This is fun. I send a lot of them to Miles. You know,
Heart.
along
Heart.
to many other things.
What color heart?
Red heart.
Ooh.
The classic. The classic.
All right.
See, he's full of love and wellness already.
All right. Let's
Miles,
see what we got here. When did you... Sorry. Back to the mic. When did you really start your wellness journey?
Wellness journey? That's a good question. I would say when I was 15 and I did hip-hop classes. Hip-hop has helped me heal from wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took a cool class. After school, I would practice at home.
Yeah.
It was with a rec center. And then I went to Centennial Theater and I performed.
Oh.
My first hip-hop gig. So it was really cool. My cousin came. It was really neat.
And that just kind
Came
of
to watch.
fills you up. And it.
Dancing would be hip-hop dancing was where it started.
Oh,
When I
okay.
was 15. Yeah, the wellness journey.
Nice.
Very nice. Very cool. We have lots of questions to go.
Miles, next question.
There's a big mix of.
If you ruled the world for a day, what would you do?
If I ruled the world
Yeah.
for a day, I would probably be seduced by the evil nature of power.
There's
Why we all?
And you would, it would just be horrible.
You wouldn't turn into a dragon or be Jiminy Crickets?
I don't know. I think it would crush me, the power, honestly.
Right.
So
It's my turn.
Miles
Yeah.
to ask me.
If you had to wash your brain, would you wash it with cold or warm water?
I always use warm, so warm water. No, cold is better for you, but
Any reason why? Yeah, just because.
I just like it, like the feeling better than the cold.
That's fair.
It's
Good answer.
relaxing. Yeah. Miles, here's our next question. So, what actor or actress would you cast to play yourself in a movie or TV show?
Myself?
Who would be-
Who... Probably like someone from Seinfeld, like maybe George from Seinfeld, because it would be like the most like kind of like funny and embarrassing like
Yeah.
interpretation of my life. So
You would be the new Big Money Miles.
Yeah, I can totally picture it.
Big Money Miles Seinfeld show.
All right, here we go. If you could pickle any vegetable, which vegetable would you pickle?
Can it be pickles?
Say what?
Like
I
any
love
vegetable.
pickles.
So
Oh.
cucumbers?
cucumber or beets. I love those.
Ooh, beets are good, actually.
Pickle and beets.
This was my question that I threw in there.
Random.
For anyone
Yeah.
watching.
I have done actually one time a course where you actually do that in a jar and you pickle vegetables. So I have done it. It was really cool.
Mhm.
And I showed it to my mom that I made this, so we tried. It was pretty good.
Nice.
It's like,
Bucket
That
list
was-
item done.
Yeah.
I think it was beets actually. Okay. Oh,
Either way. it doesn't
okay,
matter.
okay. Miles, what type of wellness advice, this is so you, can you give to just about everyone?
Listen to yourself.
This is
And surround yourself with people who want you to listen to yourself.
Mhm.
you.
Not a big fan of advice.
I like
Miles.
How would you describe the relationship between books and wellness?
Oh, yeah, I love this. So for me, it's the fantasy books, I told Miles. When I was a child, I had a hard life, so books were my main thing.
Mhm.
Even though my mom tried to encourage me to read.
Mhm.
So for wellness was this mental health, it helped.
Mhm.
Because you go into another world
Yeah.
and it gets you out of reality. So it started with Pokemon. And like, I would say my favorite story till this day is the Anne and Green Gables.
Oh,
It's one of my favorite books.
That is a good one.
So I love that one.
I also would have never expected Pokemon as a wellness book.
Yeah, or even like, okay, we're anime fans, you'll know this. Go out to Pokemon then. And then the other one, do you remember the Secret Garden? Because it's like you're going to a cool garden in a secret world. Miles, you like this one? The Secret Gardens? It's like
Yeah.
the world with trees, and
Yeah.
so that's my other one.
And I feel like this is a natural segue. Maybe, Miles, you could tell us a bit about
Yeah.
your book.
Which one?
If you want to share.
Wait, which one?
My latest one, it's just a bunch of stories about myself
Mhm.
and experiences that like I just thought were beautiful or interesting with people and losing people, failing, and then finding like what's beautiful in that.
You whisper, the mic is still.
I know.
And Alice has been really wanting me to write the origin story of Big Money Miles.
That's another thing.
That's a whole other thing.
Very good. Very good.
Who is it now?
I
don't remember.
think it's my turn to
Yeah,
choose a
I
question.
can't.
I think.
Okay,
I could be wrong.
Let's go.
How would you describe wellness?
How do they describe wellness? A way of healing. And happiness.
I think that's a great definition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like Miles said one time to another coworker, Cody, like wellness, to get your confidence, like writing a book or doing karate or doing something that makes you fulfilled. That's the wellness part right there.
Mhm.
We gave this advice to Cody.
It's true. It's true.
Yes.
Very. Go ahead.
Okay, Miles, what is something you would change in the wellness industry? Ah,
What is something I would change in the wellness industry?
Yes.
A lot. I'm trying to think of a funny answer.
what's one thing you would change? in the
Okay,
wellness
Okay,
industry?
so like I think that there's a lot of people who want to make money by selling an idea
Yes.
of perfection or fixing yourself. And so literally the writing that I do is by design, like sharing stories of someone who's like not fixing himself and he's still laughing and life is really hard and it doesn't make sense, but it's still beautiful. And I guess if I were to change anything, it would just be to have this more kind of like realistic vision of what it is to be human and to be imperfect and to just be able to like do more accepting of that than profiting off of trying to change it.
Big thing.
Besides
Okay.
big money, yeah.
Well, big money too, yeah.
That's another story. That's the other story.
All right, go ahead, Alex.
Oh, do you string your string cheese or just bite it?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Wish I could. Honestly, I probably little column of column A, little column B.
So mix of
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
Mix of both.
Interesting.
Interesting. We haven't gotten that answer yet.
Yeah, it's getting good.
What about you, Alice?
I was always the string
Yeah, I'm a stripper.
person.
I'm a biter.
Yeah, I can see when I'm hungry, we're going straight for the bite.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you a question here. What do many people get wrong about wellness, or what are some misconceptions about being well?
That's a good question. Sorry, no. I mean,
You could pass.
may I pass get another question?
Yeah.
You want to pass the question on?
Maybe
Yeah, we can
Miles
pass the
will get
question
this
on
one.
to Miles.
Maybe Miles knows.
I'm going to say the same thing I just said. It's just that I think one of the best things you can do for your wellness is accept
Who you are?
the limitations that are a part of being a human.
I can do maybe another question.
Yeah, you can do another one.
Okay, now Miles.
Here we go.
Another one.
How have your goals developed or changed over time?
That's a good one. Well, they have changed
Mhm.
over
Like-
time. Like the interests and goals are always, as you get older, is different than when I was younger.
Yeah.
But the memories of how it changed.
Well, like,
that's
what
the
are some
hard
of your
part.
current goals that you
Current
have?
goal? Well, one day I would love to go travel to Italy. Is one of my
Ooh.
in the
that's
past
awesome.
bucket list. Thinking about it would be neat.
Uh-huh.
But in 2 to 3 years, I'm going to Argentina for a wedding, for cousin's wedding,
Mhm.
and Europe for another cousin's wedding. So that would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to new places.
Yeah. And did you even in the past think that you would achieve some of the things you've achieved now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I have met
Always
R.L.
positive
Stein. I have a whole list of things I have achieved, and I still do. I tick them off, and I want to do this.
No, that's great.
That's why I tried to encourage.
You don't really have much self-doubt, right?
I have not even fear. Like, remember our boss Ron, I'm gonna mention it. He's like, first advice, don't be afraid of failing. But the problem is that was me in the past, but no, I don't think I have the problem of worrying of feeling
Yeah.
of self-doubt.
Yeah,
which
you
is
don't
good.
care what anybody thinks
Before I
about you.
used to growing up. No, and Miles knows. No, don't anything I want.
I admire that.
I tried to encourage that more, even to Miles.
Yes. Yes. I think a lot of people can
Oh,
admire
that's
that.
cool.
That's awesome. All right, I think we have time
Miles
for
and
a few more questions. And
Who inspires you in the world of wellness?
Let's see. Who inspires me? Miles.
I was expecting that answer.
Big
All right.
money Miles.
And
is
why?
one.
Why, Alice?
Well, because, like I said in the first podcast, that it's in his books. He's the spiritual leader of wellness and stories of his
Spiritual
own advice to people of wellness.
I'm
Of
not a
life
spiritual
stories.
leader. I am not a
Jiminy
spiritual leader.
Crickets. Jiminy Crickets. Jimmy's the Jiminy Crickets of wellness. Of
Jiminy.
Jiminy
inspiring
Cricket,
of
fine.
wellness.
Spiritual leader, definitely
The
not.
dragon. Well, that's it, and I call it because you're trying to encourage that. Like,
Sure.
one is the
Sure.
spiritual leader of wellness. Miles, yeah.
Okay, great. I think we have time for one more, and then we'll close up.
Miles, is there someone in the wait, did we do this one? In the
You can
street
skip it,
that
though.
you feel shouldn't be there? No.
Oh!
No, I'm getting
Oh!
Getting another. If you move to Sesame Street, who would you choose to be your neighbor? Yeah, let's
Sasamat Street? That's a real street, right?
Sesame Street.
Oh, Sesame Street.
Sesame Street?
Good question.
Let's go back in time.
Who's
let's
that?
go.
Who's that? Count. What's
Oh,
that?
the Count.
The Count.
That's just his
Yeah,
name, the
that's
Count,
it.
because he counts.
Yeah. He was my favorite too.
Like the Cookie Monster. I'm gonna go with that Count. He's so weird.
You would have him as a neighbor. It will count everything. It
Yeah.
will count.
Yeah.
What about you, Alice?
It is the Count.
Your neighbor.
The gothic, my gothic neighbor, as I am into the goth world. Yeah, the Count. The Count would be my neighbor.
So you both are the same. All right.
Yeah.
Love that. So I think we are all
Okay.
ready for today. That was an amazing episode. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we like to end off each episode with a question to the viewers. So, Alice or Miles, do you have a question like related to our theme for today that you want the viewers to think about?
Any questions?
I think it's in your
Think about?
ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions I want people to think about?
Yeah, it could be like something about wellness or life or whatever. It could be a silly question too, if you'd like.
This is. Yes. You know one, Miles? Sorry. Any questions for the viewers? This is a on the spot.
I know.
I'm sorry. Like
I should have told you guys in the beginning and then I could have thought of it.
It could be related to anything we've talked about, right? Like, who would you want to be playing you in the movie of your life? Who would you want to live beside on Sesame Street? Who is the biggest con artist in the wellness industry?
Maybe we should ask that question because you guys didn't want to answer.
I thought we were gonna talk about our friendship and about Big Money Miles' origin story.
Well,
You guys want to dive in
if you want to dive
Yeah.
into it real quick.
This is my pal, Big Money Miles. We met at work, which I won't say where. And it started, so the story of the origin story. So Miles, I'm not gonna say too many things, but like, I made it a little story like he was a conflicted man that needed a new identity, and I called him Big Money Miles, and that started because he makes big tips and an encouragement at the restaurant to everybody. Come on, big money, let's go! You know, like an
Service-oriented.
encouragement.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the origin story that will go to his book.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, since
exciting friendship.
we're
with Big
finishing
Money.
up, do either of you have anything that you want to say closing up or like want to talk about projects that we're working on? Anything else before we close off with our question that I'm giving you both more time to think about?
No, it's just thanks for having me. This was fun.
Amazing. And Alice, anything? Closing thoughts?
And no, this was neat that we waited for this, and I wanted to do something with Miles.
Oh,
So was
I love that. Amazing.
Miles, where can we find your books at first?
You can
Yeah.
find them on Amazon and Audible and all the other kind of
Miles Olsen.
store places.
Amazing. We will link them to this podcast. Cool. All right. So, any question? Have we thought
Yeah,
of something?
just to follow and subscribe social media on Instagram, Social Media
All right.
Fellowship. That's
Subscribe
ours.
Social Media Fellowship
That's
on
ours.
Instagram, people. It's
Yeah.
the way to big money.
Isn't it your books too? Subscribe to his books.
And why don't drop down in the comments who your Sesame Street neighbor would be?
It still
How
count.
about
It's still the
Okay.
count. For both
All
of
right.
us.
Sounds good. All right. We're done for today. Thanks, everybody, for listening, and
Thank
we'll
you.
see you next time.
See you to the
Thank
next
you.
Bye.
Awesome.
We did it, Miles. Yay!
You did it. It happened. You made it.